What's up guys, NDM Tech here. Apple released iOS 14 today and let's see what's new in it. The most obvious iOS 14 change is the widgets on the home screen. So as you can see here, my home screen is just a one-page home screen with app library on the right side, which is a new iOS 14 thing. And this is basically all your apps categorized by Apple according to their categories like social, creativity, utilities, etc. And on the home screen, I just have widgets. I don't have any apps because it's a completely new experience after a long time. So I have batteries, I have my fitness, notes, and the weather. And on the left side, we have our regular widgets. And these app widgets cannot be added to the home screen. Only the new ones can be added to the home screen. Now the home screen can be edited just by 3D touching or holding down on the home screen, like anywhere on the home screen, and you can tap this button to add widgets and it will show the list of all the available widgets. You can hide or unhide the pages, and that is an amazing thing. So I have all these pages here hidden so that my home screen looks really clean, and whenever I want them I can always unhide them and see it right here. Also, another thing is, this is a very small thing. In iOS 13, you couldn't 3D touch and select the option that you want in one go. For example, you couldn't do this. You would always have to select it and then select the option that you want. But in iOS 14, selecting and going to the option that you want in one go is back, so that I can just do this, and just a second, I'll show that again. I can just do this and go to the portrait mode right away, which is amazing. Thank you for bringing it back. Finally, Apple has decided to fix one of the most annoying things on iOS. That is calls taking up the whole screen when the phone is unlocked. It will interrupt your content, you will have to wait for the call to end so that you can get back to what you were doing. It was really annoying, and I really wonder what took them so long to fix it. So finally in iOS 14, calls won't take up the whole screen when it is unlocked, and instead it will just show up as notification and you will be able to use your phone normally. iOS 14 has picture-in-picture mode, which makes multitasking a little more easier, and to enable it, we tap on this button, and this is how we do it. So this is a home screen and the video shows up as a small window here, and you can put it onto any four corners, and that is a restriction. You can't keep it on the center. It is just any four corners. iOS 14 comes pre-installed with the Translate app, and this is how it works. So we will do a test translation right now, and so far it is really good at recognizing my voice, and this is how it's going to translate it into Spanish. So here you can see we have a real-time translation from English to Spanish, and we can hear the audio. Also, if there is any mistake in the voice translation, we can type in and correct it so that we'll get the correct translation. Translate is available in 7 languages as of now, and it is also available on Safari so that you can translate web pages within a second. After installing iOS 14, you will see a new control center button, that is the NFC tag reader, and this is mainly used for app clips, which is a new feature in iOS 14 that enables you to open shortened version of the main app, so that if we are in a hurry, if we are in an emergency, we don't need to spend time installing the whole app. We can just use the shortened version and get things done. For example, if we are renting a bike and the bike comes with an NFC tag, you can scan the NFC tag and it will open up a shortened app so that you can pay for the rent right away without installing the whole app. Messages also comes with a lot of new features like group photos, pinned chats, inline conversations in the group, and then mentions in the group, etc. And Apple Maps is now available with cycling directions. Privacy is that one thing Apple really focuses on every iOS update. So with this update, Apple has added a lot of new privacy features, and the first one is this one, that is Safari has this new tab called Privacy Report, and it gives us all kinds of information about trackers and all those privacy web stuff. Next one is the clipboard privacy, and how this works is if you copy something from a different app, for example, I have copied a link from Safari, and if you paste it on a different app, you'll get this notification saying WhatsApp pasted from Safari, so that you'll get to know if any other app is using your clipboard without your knowledge. iOS 14 now lets you know when an app uses your microphone or the camera. If the mic is being used, then it shows an orange dot in the notification sender. And if it's the camera, then it will show a green dot on the notification sender. For example, Meet is using my microphone right now, so it shows an orange dot. And now Snapchat is using my camera, so it says that Snapchat is using my camera with a green icon, which turns into a green dot in the notification sender. And Meet is using my microphone with an orange icon of a mic, which turns into an orange dot in the notification sender. That's a really good thing, so that no app will ever be using your camera or the microphone in the background without you knowing, because you'll always have these two indications indicating that it is being used. With iOS 14, Apple has taken down the restrictions a little bit by letting us choose third-party apps as default apps. As of now, it works for the web browser and the mail app. So I have Chrome installed, and here I can change the default browser app from Safari to Chrome. And when you open up any link from anywhere on the iPhone, it goes to Chrome automatically. So yeah, Chrome is the default browser app. In the same way, I can also choose a third-party mail app to be my default mail app. After compact calls, this is my favorite feature on iOS 14, and that is the new control center button that tells me about my headphone level. So it tells me in real time, which is the best part. And now my headphone level is okay, and if I increase the volume, it tells me it's loud, so that I can understand that it is not good for my ears and turn down the volume, which is really amazing. I really appreciate these kind of features. And there is also this really neat feature of hiding the hidden album. So that is in the photo settings. You can see this toggle that says hidden album, and once you turn it off, it will be completely gone. And I guess finally it makes sense to hide photos, because finally in iOS, photos are really hidden. iOS 14 also gives a notification whenever you connect a Bluetooth device. For example, my AirPods are connected. As you can see, there's a small notification, and the same notification also comes up when the charge is low. For example, at 20% and at 10%, your iPhone will notify you that the charge percentage is low. It also works with Apple Watch. If you leave your Apple Watch on the charger, iPhone will notify you when it is fully charged. Siri also has become a lot better in iOS 14, and now Siri doesn't take up the whole screen. Instead, it just comes up as a small animation and you can talk to it. In the camera app, Apple finally adds toggles to change the resolution and the format. You can change it just by tapping on them, and you don't have to go into the settings app to change it anymore. It is right in the camera app. So I feel like iOS 14 got a lot of things right, which was supposed to be right earlier itself. I have no idea why Apple took this long, but then I'm glad that they finally did it. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends who are using iOS. And in the end, if you ask me whether it is worth the upgrade, it is definitely worth the upgrade. It has a lot of good new features, and it doesn't really slow the phone down. So it is a good thing, right? You get some new features without losing much on performance. So thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next one.